So, some incredible news for us boxing fans have been circulating over the internet in the past couple of hours. The great Errol Spence, the former unified welterweight champion of the world, one of the best fighters of our generation. It's been rumored that the great Errol Spence might actually be coming back sooner than we think. Let's talk about the man's career for a second. My goodness, Errol Spence is without a question one of the best welterweights that we have ever seen in the past decade or two. And if you actually think about it, the man, not only is he one of the best, but he's also one of the most exciting welterweights we have ever seen. Aside from that Terence Bud Crawford fight, there is no shame in losing to one of the greatest fighters of all time, Bud Crawford, the man who is maybe, just maybe, about to become 3-time undisputed. So there is no shame in losing to Terence Bud Crawford. But even before fighting Terence, his fight versus Ugas, that was a legendary fight. His fight versus Sean Porter, an absolute shootout. The fight could have gone either way, but Errol Spence's knockdown secured him the victory. But when you talk about Errol Spence's career, you can't really talk about his career without mentioning the car accident that he suffered. The man is built different, let's be honest. For him to survive that crash and come back in one of the biggest fights of our era, that says something about the character of Errol Spence. Now, this is the main question now. This is the question that everyone is asking. Is Errol Spence finished? I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be completely honest. After that Bud Crawford fight, I told myself, I was like, man, I don't think Errol Spence will ever be the same. Unfortunately. But we gotta think about this. It's been 2 years since we've seen Errol Spence. It's been 2 years since that hellacious beatdown that he took versus Bud Crawford. So the optimistic side in me wants to think that maybe, just maybe, Errol Spence might be recovered, or at least 50% the man that he was, or 60% the man that he was, and that is still enough for him to be competitive versus any 154-pounder on the planet. But this is the problem. If Errol Spence wants to come back, it all depends on who he's coming back against. As much as I love Errol Spence, and as much as I want to be optimistic, but I gotta be honest here. I don't think that Errol Spence will ever be the same fighter that we saw versus Ugas, or versus Danny Garcia, or versus even Sean Porter. I don't think that Errol Spence exists anymore. And you can tell, when you actually talk about Errol Spence, the man is a success story if you actually think about it. The man came from nothing, and he's currently left the sport with everything. The man is financially set. The man has an unbelievable legacy. But the main concern is his health. We all love Errol Spence, and we don't want to see Errol Spence slurring his speech at 40 or 50 years old. He's way too precious for us boxing fans to see him in that manner. So in my opinion, do I believe that Errol Spence should come back? This is just my opinion. I believe that Errol Spence beat the game, and he shouldn't let the game beat him. The man made more money than probably 99% of the boxers around the world. The man has a beautiful family. The man's mother is healthy. The man's dad is healthy. His kids are all healthy. And that is the biggest and the greatest blessing that a man could ever ask for. So in all actuality, does Errol Spence need to come back and fight the likes of Sebastian Fundora, Bakram Murtazaliev, Xander Zayas? I mean, Xander Zayas, that is a winnable fight probably if Errol Spence has anything left in the tank. But even fighting the likes of Virgil Ortiz, I mean, there were rumors that Errol Spence might fight Virgil Ortiz in a football stadium in Texas in an all-out Texas shootout. I don't think that would be healthy. And I don't think that would be the best choice for Errol Spence. So, in my opinion, I don't think that Errol Spence should come back. I mean, the man looks in unbelievable shape right now. The man is training. The man is doing cardio, I believe, every day. The man is looking ripped. But I believe Errol Spence has nothing to prove. And he owes nothing to anyone, especially the boxing game. Because history shows us that boxing takes from the fighters 99.9% of the time more than it gives the fighter. So, if you're Errol Spence, why come back? I mean, the man is an absolute dog. The man is a born fighter. So I get it. But I just don't believe that it's healthy for Errol Spence to fight Fundora or Bakram. I mean, that is life-threatening. Forget career-threatening. I mean, that is what you call playing with fire. And when you actually listen to Errol Spence and the way that he's speaking now, I don't think it's the same way that he used to speak 5 or 6 years ago. I believe, I hate to even say it, but I don't even think that the man's speech is actually the same that it was a few years ago. So in all actuality, Errol Spence, you are an absolute legend, a Jamaican legend, an American legend. I mean, that picture of him with his dad, I believe, or his trainer waving the Jamaican flag in a football stadium versus Ugas, that is some iconic stuff. So Spence, you are an absolute legend and you have nothing to prove. But if the man did decide to come back, let's be honest, we're all going to be tuned in to watch one of the best fighters of our generation. Will he come back? Will he stay retired? Time will only tell.